Hi, I'm Brianna, and Jordan and I are going to tell you a little bit about our business, Trendy Stitches.
Our strategy was pretty simple. We wanted a cohesive name, location, and product line, so we decided to choose our product line first. We went with the ultra trendy product line because we felt that it gave us the biggest opportunity for success because it's popular among different demographics and classes. Then we chose our name, which was Trendy Stitches, and our location, the downtown store. We wanted those to kind of reflect on what our product line was. From there, we listened to our customers and our employees and took their feedback and made decisions based on that. For example, our employees thought that they were getting a little bit too much training, so we just lowered the amount of money that we allocated to their training. We also paid attention to what the forecasts for the coming quarters were. If there was going to be an increase in sales, then we increased what we bought for that quarter.
For the decisions and results, we have our pricing at a medium to high bracket with our tops at $28 and our pants at $30. Over the course of the business, we have increased our pant price because we felt that it gave us a better advantage in the market and allowed us to end with a positive profit. It has not hurt our sales, and I think that it gives us a better margin for profit. For finances, we decided to go with the bank loan because it gave us the best cash flow as well as the most flexibility in paying back our loan as well as increasing our loan. For marketing, we've done a $2,000 promotion budget, $2,000 flyers budget, and $3,000 social media budget. I think we started with just social media, and that gave us a really good market awareness and helped us to target the audience that we were looking to target, but marketing does not hurt, and so we added a $2,000 promotion budget to create more awareness of the Trendy Stitches product within the community. And then we also decided to add flyers because it was one of the lower options for marketing, and it just creates more awareness in the community of our product and allows us to get our name out there more. We also, for our staffing decisions, started with 4 employees because we were only at 8 hours a day open, but because customers were complaining because they felt that we weren't open long enough, we increased that to 10 hours, which increased the amount of employees that we needed to 5. I think that this has been good. We were able to accurately cover our hours that were open and to serve our customers well. We started with a higher budget for our training, but our employees felt that they were not getting good training, and so we decreased that amount to about $500, and our employees feel that they are getting a good training from that, and so it saved us money as well as gave our employees what they need to effectively promote and sell within the store and to feel as if they have the right skills that they need to do their job. Our hourly wage is $8. We had to increase it because our employees felt that they were not getting paid enough, and I think that we have found a happy medium for our employees that helps us to make them happy as well as we are not paying them a whole bunch that costs us money and we end up not being profitable. For incidents, we've had several incidents over the course of our business, including the security devices, school official, pushing employees, purchasing policies, and with all of those, we've made sure to stay true to what our ethics and our morals say, that no matter what, even if it costs us money or costs us profits, we're not going to give up who we are and our ethics and morals and what we believe in. And so with the security devices, we decided to go with real cameras just in case we actually did have a break-in or a theft, and we want to be able to actually be able to view those and catch the people that did that. For our school officials, we were not willing to give a kickback for bringing us an account, even with the loss of sales and the loss of the account that it did bring, and it hurt us more than it helped us. We did stay true to what we believed. With the pushy employee, we felt that that was not okay, and that we had to sit them down and lay them off because there was no other option than to have a talk with them and say, hey, this is not okay. And because of that, they left our store and took customers with them, and we lost a really good employee, but we were not willing to allow them to take kickbacks from one of our product lines because that's not ethical or right. With our purchasing policy, we believe that we have been able to have positive results with that while we're getting a kickback for a great product, even though it is at a cheaper value and it's a little bit different than what we have been selling. I think that it's had positive influence on our sales and our products. And overall, all of the decisions that we have made have had positive impact on the profit and sales of our business while we are sticking to the morals and ethics that we set as a standard for our business.
We've had some pretty good successes in our business so far as well. Our product line, we've been selling on average about 3,000 pieces of stock every quarter, and there have been a couple of quarters that we actually sold out on tops, and then another one where we sold out on pants. We've had some pretty good profits throughout the first year of our business also. We got out to a little bit of a rocky start, but it seemed to improve after the first few months. And it steadily improved along our first year. We've not really had any problems with our staffing on wages or anything like that. We did have to let one employee go, and then we had another one quit during the busy season. On pricing, we've not had any complaints really. We did raise the price on our shirts at one point, and that seemed to give us a pretty good margin for profit. And then on marketing, it seems like we've been reaching a pretty large number of people, and that's been doing pretty good for us, especially after we added a promotional budget and then also went ahead and added flyers to our original social media marketing.
For opportunity for improvement, we could address the customer complaints about our product on our selection for tops being too small, our selection for pants being too small, there not being enough pants in stock, there not being any pants that they like. We could change our product line to another product line, whether that be casual or the designer or whatnot, and see if that helps to alleviate their complaints. Another way that we could improve is to increase our marketing and promotions. There's never too much marketing, so we could add another avenue of that, whether it be a website or the newspaper or whatnot. That could help to improve that. And also increasing our promotion budget, because that'll help us to promote the current avenues that we're using to market to our customers. We could increase our efficiency with our inventory. We sometimes are still running out of stock at the end of each quarter, so just having a better idea of what inventory we are going to need for each quarter, and enough where we have a little bit of a cushion where we're not running out of inventory, because that's costing us money in sales. Another area where we can improve is make payments on the loan. We haven't made any payments yet back on the loan that we originally borrowed from the bank, and that's because we have only made profit for the past 2 quarters. So we could start to make payments on our loan and get that paid back. And we could also continue to increase the stock, because that makes our company more profitable. That makes our company more attractive to investors and to other people, and that means that we need to continue to make profit, make improvements that our customers like, that makes them keep coming back and wanting to buy more product.
Our team management process has worked really well for us also. Brianna Wade, our team leader, finalizes all of our simulation decisions, makes sure everything looks good, and then, sends them all in, finalizes them so that they're all good to go. And then I'm the team recorder, so I record all of our decisions and make sure everybody in the group has them, which is just me and Bree, so I just email them to her. We've made all the decisions together, and we discuss any issues that either one of us has with the decision before we finalize it. So if one of us is unsure about something, the other just tries to make sure they understand it a little bit. And then with any assignments that affect us both, we check in with each other that it looks good before we start submitting it. That way we can make sure that we both agree on everything and we both think it all looks okay. And then we are communicating long distance through text message. So we discuss things when we're both available, and if need be, we schedule it if we have to. But for the most part, we just send a text back and forth if we need to talk about something.
For the biblical worldview, we feel that it's really important for stewardship because God has created us to be dominion over all of the things on this earth. And as stewards, it's important that we are taking care of and doing the best that we can with the things that God has given us dominion over. And as it says in Matthew 25:21, well done, good and faithful slave. You are faithful over a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Share your master's joy. And so I think that this verse is just calling us as Christians and as believers that in the small things that God has given us, whether that be faithful giving or, in taking care of our home or being good stewards of the money that God has given us, He will bless us with larger things such as business and bless our business with profit in good measure because we are faithful in the small things. But in all that we do, it is in praise and glory to God, and that everything that we do, it should be in His name and for His kingdom and the furthering of His kingdom. And so with our profits and with our business and all of that, none of it could be possible without God and without His glory and His blessings. So it is our job to be faithful stewards in all that we do, especially in our business. Another biblical worldview that we find that is really important here at Trendy Stitches is integrity and honesty. And so a couple of verses that we felt that really supported that is in 2 Corinthians 8:21, for we aim at what is honorable not only in the Lord's sight but also in the sight of man. So that means just being honorable to our customers, honorable in the business that we do, giving them the best value, saying that the product that we're selling is exactly what we're saying it is. It is ultra trendy, it is good quality, we're going to back that standard, and we're going to help to make you happy in any way, and we're not trying to have bad integrity about that. We're just being honest in all that we do, and we want our customers to be happy no matter the loss or anything. At the end of the day, we want to represent God well, and what even in our business. Another verse that we think is really important is Acts 24:16, where it says, in view of this, I also do my best to maintain always a blameless conscience, both before God and before men. I think that's important to meditate over this verse because it means that no matter when we're alone or whether we're in front of people, whether we're doing business, whether we're in relationship, we are making sure to do everything that God views as good and righteous, and that we are not carrying a blameless conscience, that we're making sure to be good and conscientious in the business that we're running, in life, in our relationships, we're having integrity and honorability in all of those things, and that at the end of the day we do answer to God. And so even though it may be easy to make a quick buck, it's going to eat away out of us because it's not what God calls us to do, and that it's not helpful to anybody, it's not good business, and at the end of the day we do have to answer to God. And so we need to keep that in mind in our business dealings in life and in relationships and everything that we do, because we are called to be honest, people of integrity, people of love, people of character. And so another verse that we find is really important is also Colossians 3:23, and this says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord, not for human masters. And so I think that it's really good to keep this in mind, even though that in business sometimes we feel that, we're making profit, like this is amazing, everything that we do is the Lord, and the blessings that we get, the opportunities that we get is God blessing us and ordaining our paths and ordaining the walks that we take. And so I think that it's important to remember that even though we are human and that we are doing business and we think it's important to store up our riches here on earth, it's more important to store up our blessings and riches in heaven. And so we need to keep that in mind, that all that we do is unto the Lord, that we need to be good stewards of faithfulness and honoring and integrity and honesty to the Lord and to the people that we're doing business with.
There have been several takeaways from this experience that we've also noticed. We've noticed that starting and running a business is not easy. It comes with a lot of challenges, and it's not for the faint of heart, but it is very rewarding when it starts paying off and we start seeing the profit come in. It kind of makes us see that the difficulties were worth it, and it is actually really nice to start a business. We learned that it is very important to make sure that a business's product line works for the area and the demographics. Like you wouldn't want to be selling designer clothing in more of a low-class area or something like that. And sometimes hard decisions have to be made to improve the business. For example, we had to let an employee go that was accepting kickbacks to promote a certain brand of clothing, which is not allowed. And forecasts give a very good idea of what the coming quarter will bring, but they're not always entirely correct. There were a few times that we forecasted that we would sell this amount of tops and bottoms and then turned around and didn't sell quite as many, so he had ordered just a little bit too much. And finally, we learned that holding to our values and faith, no matter the outcome, is extremely important within a small business.